ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Ryan on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Newton, that's 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And now look at him go. He's at the 30. 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. To throw is Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now and this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot better.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Moore now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And that's incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now following the interception, here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. And it's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guy?
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now it's Ryan. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Mario Addison able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. 2nd and goal from the 1. Ryan keeps it on the sneak, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Moore now on the return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. Give him 2 yards on the game there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 15 and a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive. Now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Flush to his right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Newton. Flushed out right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. A lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep...
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. K'Wan Short. coming up the middle, gets in there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They needed 15, they got 15. And a good mark to boot. It's 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Ryan now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. From the shotgun, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now the pitch to Freeman. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield,
it's caught inside the 25 and all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. A final shot before the break. Newton. Flush to his right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise, because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. But personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package him, I do think his running production will increase in 2018.
Newton now to throw. Flushed out right. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
This throw caught right around the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away. Yeah,
the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. third down, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. He's going to have the first down past the 20. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K'Wan Short in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Brooks Reed in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, here's Newton. Going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A shotgun snap for Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Back to throw, Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's got his target. That's more. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Newton airing it out for Olsen. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Bring him a first down and more. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Adams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The left side completion to Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now it's Ryan. He's going to launch this. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle. Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He's got him in. Complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Flush to his right. Airing it out for Olsen. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 57 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And he puts this one home to make it a 9-point game at 24-15. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On second down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Room to run past midfield. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Moore now to return. Oh, look at that. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And caught left side, Olsen. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done as you...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. On the move to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game. Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time. You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man out of non-space. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Keanu Neal. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception. It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
21.
Ryan wants to throw it. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one. Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory. So for the Falcons, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.